I mean, I'm not perfect, but who is? And if I'm not the truth, then who is? Well, I had to lose my sons. I'm a real father. I love those two kids, and they not baby ghosts, and we not right. And that's not right, because I love my children. They are gone, but I'ma keep building, and I'ma continue to shake the foundation when I'm in the building. I fasted away 55 pounds in 44 days. So standing tall like I still sell that gas like no midget. I lost all my cash like no more digits. Had to cut off my locks like no more ceilings. You can't encompass me, I'm in due bounds, but no ceiling. No matter how hungry I am, no stealing. I mean no stealing. Never stealing. Still behind my walls of my integrities, that's my fortress. And I ain't gonna say her name, but I still love my old chick. My heart is gorgeous, and I'ma find a woman that I ain't looking for. And my spirit shines so bright. Bring your shades when you look at the sun. Y'all should see how my city treats me. I'm just a vagabond. I now know how the eyes feel when the stable look at a bomb. It's so hard for me not to run straight to a gun. More is a term that has true power within and surrounding it. It inspires pride in some people. It is a unification point for some people. It is a name for some. It is a title for others. But when you take in the general consensus of the word more, you find the most prevalent is fear. Wow. Fear is an emotion that most of us have at some point in our life. It's okay to be fearful of dangerous things, but it's not okay to let that fear turn into a phobia. A phobia is fear so strong that it can make a being immobile. Are you going to let a word disable you? Fear must be conquered. How do we conquer fear? Well, first we have to look at the root of that fear, which is ignorance, and rather the lack of knowledge and information of something. So let's get the sum of this thing, the sum total. But first, moment of silence. Chief Sebi, Indigenous in the room. Higher power. Shout out to the Mud Tribe and Mud We Trust. Diving straight in with a few thought-provoking questions. Why must we try to put down one school of thought or concept to just raise up or defend our own school of thought or concept? Does someone have to be wrong in order for another someone to be right? Why do most people have such a fear of and therefore lack of knowledge of so much things? Can we process information internally and comprehensively without it being hate-filled and dramatically displayed? It is possible for two wrong or two rights or even a middle ground. Pardon me. Is it possible for two wrongs? Is it possible for two rights? Or is it even possible to find a middle ground in different subjects and opposing views? Pardon me. Let me know your thoughts on these questions. Now, let's proceed. I must start off saying I sincerely hate culture vultures. Not you individual culture vultures, but y'all naked birds as a whole. Why don't you all just create your own nation and call it the Vultures of Culture or whatever? Nah, I'm just kidding. I love you all like the rest because without you lames, there would be no one for me to inspect. After this series, I'm going to be the new Inspector General of the so-called conscious community. I feel sickened at all the fakes making content these days. Culture Vultures series coming real soon. In this first build, I want to point out that there is more than one group of people who use the term more. The word is really complex, as are the people who signify with this term. Now here I want to interject 3 bold statements. All the mores in the building, wait until the third statement before cranking up your computer for a bash section, LOL. But first I want to state that I am not a Moor. I am not a member of the Moor Science Temple of America, nor have ever been, LOL. First, in my honest opinion, 85% of the people using the term are just seriously confused and are not even Moors. Wait, don't assume. Here's the second. I am a student of Noble Drew Ali, and I am ready to stand on my intellectual and physical square and defend him in his teachings. But, and this is a big but like Nikki, I am not a Moor. Yeah, scratch your head. Now, this third one will be the boldest, and it kind of explains the second. Though there are people who use the term Moor all over the world, there is no such thing as a Moor or Moorish people. They simply don't exist as a nation or tribe anywhere on this plane except in America. Before I explain those statements, I want to say this in all seriousness. If you came here for a bashing session, you can exit. I don't bash. I'm the realist. as in I deal with a real list of facts. I am going to always bring forth my unbiased opinion based off of truth. These culture vultures sincerely make me sick. They are the main ones who disrespect and bash other people just to hide their own insufficiencies. I ain't the type of character at all. I have a true passion for study, and I just don't like all this bashing and rambling because being passed off as scholarship and therefore dumbing us down as a whole in general. Answering the first statement is easy. As I stated at the beginning, there are many different groups of people who use the term more. Where the confusion comes in is that through the lack of knowledge. The term Moor was introduced here in the Americas by an American named Noble Drew Ali. He was just a messenger. Why you all gotta criticize and shoot him down as an individual? Y'all ever heard the statement, don't shoot the messenger? That's disrespectful and hateful when you do not have to put him down to put this term or concept of a Moor down. He didn't make the word. He didn't discover it. He just used it. Please honor this elder, you indigenous people. Part 2 will be about Noble Drew Ali himself. It's time to clear the smoke. Moving along. The confused state of the Moors is not where Noble Drew Ali left them, and that's why the bashing is petty, because it's not his fault, it's not these current Moors' fault, that they were taught by some people who 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 were ignorant on the topic they were even teaching. That's why I say we, as the descendants of the original inhabitants of the Americas, have to stop learning from these ramblers, because if you learn from one rambler, you become one rambler, period. That's how the term Moor became everything but what it meant, as it was meant for a certain specific and specified group of people. After Noble Drew Ali left the flesh and passed on into the essence, there was a split. His temple shattered into all kinds of fragments. Then those fragments shattered into fragments. Then those fragments shattered into fragments. Fragments flying everywhere. Boom. And still to this day, more and more so-called Moorish groups are just popping up out of the blue, or the red and green. Now, within these sects, you have a leader among them who must mimic the prophet by being unique or brilliant. So they, instead of just showing how great their individual comprehension was of his teachings, they instead sought out to outdo him or inject their own ideologies into their prophet's words. That's where this problem of more comes in. And that's where any conscious individual should automatically exclude Noble Drew Ali from all their tirades. But consciousness is not manifested in most of these culture vultures. Now, also to blame for the confusion of the word more is the internet. So go attack Vint Cerf or Robert Kahn, idiots. See, the internet and its two children, Google and Wikipedia, are to blame, because with so much information available at the tips of any old buffoon's fingers, here comes the birth of these couch potato philosophers who just type in a word and then start making all these intelligent sounding statements about something they just found, but failing to also state that they don't know what the heck it is they're talking about, because they haven't studied it. They just found it interesting and swooped in like a dang vulture. And the rest is his story. As in his story. Be on the lookout for my Culture Vulture and Inspector General series once again. Anywho, so-called Moors who, because they found Noble Drew Ali's teachings inadequate for some stupid reason, went online and typed in more, and boy oh boy did they think they were not only the creator. Did they think they were not only greater than Noble Drew Ali, but better than a lot of great God himself, as prescribed by Noble Drew Ali, which is just a term he used for the Most High. Well, I've read all the Moorish books like most scholars. When I say books, I'm speaking on books written by various historians about Moors who conquered Spain, the Moors from West Africa, all of this. Throughout the series, I will refer to Noble Drew Ali's teaching as lessons or literature. When I say books or history, I will be talking about history books on the Moors. Just don't want to confuse anyone who is 9 times out of 10 confused as hell from all the BS being propagated online. Don't worry, y'all. I got you. We're going to inspect this whole Moorish concept and in turn see if there is a common denominator between so-called Moors and the so-called Black Indians. Not trying to be offensive, just trying to make clear who I'm speaking on. Okay, the books are filled with great information on Moors, but they are speaking about a specific group of people called Moors. The internet, through its web, grabs any and everything it can find on a specific term, statement, or word, or keyword, and it also bunches in a lot of similar terms while failing to mention that the terms are from the different people, groups, or tribes, or countries, and so on and so forth, that they're totally unrelated. Can you all see the confusion it causes? I won't explain the second statement at all because any thinking being who actually paid attention to this introduction will have already seen the answer. My third and most boldest statement, I won't explain until the Noble Drew Ali video. Now, this is just the introduction. Rock with me if you really want to learn. This ain't church, nor is it Juma. Keep your that's rights and amens. Throughout this series, have your notes ready and give feedback and criticism. I personally answered all 50,000 comments on my channel, and I'm going to keep responding. Briefly, though, I want to state I have been studying the teachings and literature of Noble Drew Ali for over a decade, but I've been studying all things related to the so-called blacks in America my whole life. I've known since I was a child that my family didn't arrive on these shores on a slave ship and that we were indigenous to these lands. Chief Sebi Indigenous is not affiliated with anyone else on YouTube at all. We are Indigenous Realists. It's time we all put aside these foreign concepts and ideas. Everything affiliated with the continent of Africa needs to be sent back to where it came. But remember that I'm not here to disrespect another's culture or say it's false at all. Bashing is for gays. Stop being taught and start studying for self. It's Chief Sebi Indigenous, the Realist, and I'm checking out, y'all. Much love. Jam out to the rest of this music. Whoever thought I'd be shunned gave so much away. For me, I ain't keep none. Stressless and sexless like the eulogy of a nun. And it can sound crazy, but I think that I won. And it may sound crazy, but I think that I won. I mean, except for my sons. I miss JoJo and Mari. Every day I sing a song called Daddy Is Sorry. How the fuck was I supposed to know that your mother would cohort me? Damn, how the fuck was I supposed to know that shit? Thought we were equals, why I feel like you just wanted to outsmart me. Let me find out you part of the beautiful but heartless. You threw me to the gutter like I was just straight garbage. Maintaining through the struggle, trying to avoid picking up my carpet. And I love the hustle, but I can't face no more charges. Trying to escape Texas, but they screaming, hold 'em. And I'm screaming, bitch, I'm cardless. Still keep my poker face up, it's the hardest. Maybe one day I'll be great, make it through the struggle like Mara did. Being all alone makes you talk to God where the heart is. Maybe one day I'll make it through the struggle just like Mara did. Being all alone makes you talk to God where the heart is. Damn, where should I start this? I miss my kids. I got 5 kids now. One on the way and I think I'm in there. I'm trying to win, but I can't even grind in it. I'm trying to keep on going like a million sand. I give y'all a little freestyle at the end. Jody and Mari, Daddy coming soon. I promise and I'm bringing the army. You can't stop me. Christ is right here. He grabbed me by my arm and he want me. Dang. I ain't gonna give y'all too much. I love y'all. Peace, y'all. Have a great day, y'all. Have a great life. Subscribe, like, share, and everything, y'all. Spread the word. Get me out there. This is just an introduction to this more series, y'all. We're gonna expose all this riffraff, y'all. Ain't nobody challenging my culture, you know what I'm saying? And I'm start challenging these culture vultures within our culture. I love y'all. Peace.